Hello, hello, hello. Oh, the sun is kind of bright. Let's see. Alright, so I'm trying to make sure y'all can see me okay. Alright, I know a lot of you guys are working around this time of the day, so I'll just give it a little bit more time to give some folks a chance to hop on and get the notification that we are live. I've been looking forward to this. I know a lot of you guys have been too, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about the one topic that's on everyone's mind: losing that body fat for good. Alright, let's see if we have anyone coming on yet. Okay, so a few more seconds, we'll see if anyone is able to hop on live now. If not, the video will definitely be added to my page. Once it's done, it's going to be a short video. Won't keep you guys on for long. Hello, hello, hello. I can't see who may have joined me right now, but if you want to drop me a comment, let me know that you're here and that you're ready to get this training kicked off. Let me know who's here. All right, guys, so we've been on for about a minute or so, so I'm going to go ahead and just hop into it. It's going to be a short video today. Today is the first video in a 5-part series that I'll be doing over this week, just talking about unwanted, unhealthy body fat and how to keep it off for good. This is something that a lot of women have been trying to do. We got all these different things kind of coming our way telling us that this will work, that'll work, when it's really just a few basic things that we have to do. We keep things simple and keep things light. Like, it's not, you know, a lot of us aren't necessarily training to be bodybuilders or anything, but we are just trying to live and take care of ourselves and have a healthy lifestyle. So today we're kicking it off talking about 2 risk factors for gaining unhealthy or unwanted body fat. So it's a lot more that could be added to this list, but we're going to keep it simple today and just talk about 2 of those things. So the first one we're going to get into is just talking about general lifestyle. Hey, 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 who we got that just joined us today? I can't see, let's see. All right, I'm just like not tech savvy sometimes with even simple stuff like this, but I'm gonna make sure I get my message to y'all. But at any rate, we're gonna first talk about just lifestyle factors, and that is kind of taking a deeper look at the imbalance between your physical activity levels and the amount of food that you eat on a daily basis. So this concept is not a new concept. We all know when we want to lose some pounds, we work out and eat healthy, okay? And I put eat healthy in air quotes. I'm going to talk about that more on Thursday. But eat healthy, it looks different for everybody, right? But those are the 2 things we do. We work out and we eat healthy. So it's not a new concept. We know that that energy balance has to be right in order for us to lose weight, but the lifestyles that we have now, they aren't really conducive to being physically active on a regular basis. in most cases, there's an abundance of food, and it's an abundance of food that is highly processed, that's not really doing anything to support the goals, the weight loss goals that we have, but they are labeled healthy foods. And again, we'll talk about that more on Thursday. But we just have to kind of look at that imbalance between how much we're working out or how much we're even moving throughout the day and how much food we're taking in, because at the end of the day, the food that we eat is energy that our body will either burn off or store as extra fat or release as waste, depending on how deep you want to get. So I know at the top of quarantine, when everything just kind of went crazy, personally, my workout schedule was thrown off, and I know a lot of you guys probably dealt with the same thing. I was working from home, so even small tasks like walking to the car to get to work, walking from the car to get into the office, small things like that got taken out of the day. And it's an adjustment to try to figure out how to fit that movement back into your day. And I know a lot of you guys probably dealt with the same thing, so let me know if you felt like your routine was just like completely thrown off and it took you some time to adjust. I know it took me some time, and I was just sitting all day, not really paying attention to what I eat, because it was also pretty stressful. And we all stress eat sometimes, and that kind of took a toll on my weight. And I actually gained about 3 to 5 pounds within that first month or 6 weeks of quarantine, because I wasn't moving enough and I was eating too much. So simple concept, we all know: move more, eat healthy, air quotes. But we have to really, if we really have that goal of losing unwanted body fat, we have to start looking at more detail in what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, because that's what it all kind of comes down to. There's no magical pill or anything that is gonna make that happen. You have to make it happen, basically. You tell your body what you want it to do. So we'll hop into our second cause or risk of gaining unhealthy or unwanted body fat, and that just lies in your genetics. Back in the beginning of quarantine, I gained weight. I am not naturally muscular or lean. Like, I have to work in order to get that physique. And a lot of us have put in that work and they're able to keep it. Some people put in the work, they lose weight and aren't able to keep it off. And that can come back down to your genetics. My body type, we're going to talk about body type on Wednesday, I believe, too. But my body type is one that likes to store fat. It likes to have a slow metabolism because it thinks some kind of famine is coming. I don't know. But it loves to store fat around my belly and like my hip area, like right above my hip bone. So if I'm not being active and combating my genetics, that weight is going to creep on, and it's going to stick around because that's what my body wants. That my body wants to hold on to it. So if you know that you have like a family history of obesity or just have family members that are overweight, kind of pay attention to that and see how your body is similar to that when you do certain things. And a lot of this comes around to just like learning your body and knowing what will help it. What will help it get you to your goal. So the genetics piece, it can be a little tricky sometimes because it is more impactful for some people than for others. So like if you are someone who has lost weight before, but you are genetically predisposed to being overweight or being obese, you might have lost the weight, you put in the work to get it off, but when it came time to keep it off, if you didn't have a strategy to do so, your genetics, your body will slowly start to store that fat again. If you get off track for too long, or again, if you just don't have a plan if you don't have a maintenance plan, because your maintenance plan should be different from your fat loss plan. A couple details that will have to be tweaked once you reach that goal. So again, if you're genetically predisposed to being overweight or obese, you lose weight, that's great, awesome, celebrate. But you've got to keep combating your genes, because they're going to want you to store body fat again. So I kind of like to think of it like I had braces for 4 years, I think. I had braces, you know, they did their thing. I had the nice, cute metal ones, not cute at all, but I had the metal ones because like my overbite was just so bad. Couldn't get Invisalign, but that's not important to the story. Once everything was straightened out, you have to wear a retainer, right? You have to wear a retainer to keep those teeth in that position. It's kind of the same for your weight loss. Once you lose weight, you need a weight loss retainer plan to keep the weight off. Otherwise, 9 times out of 10, most people, and when they lose weight, they gain it back within the first year. And that's something that we're trying to just break that cycle. For my particular business and my mission as a coach is to, one, just help women get off of the hamster wheel that is the diet culture, where you're constantly yo-yo dieting because you're following strategies that aren't customized for you. You might be trying different things because you see this and that online, but if you step back and take notice of how whatever you tried, how they actually worked out for you in the long run, you can step back and say, okay, this is what I did. We can make some tweaks to it and make it work for you. But we have to recognize when things aren't working for us and they might be putting our health in danger as well. So it's today we talked about 2 risk factors for gaining unhealthy weight, and if you gain it, we know we need that retainer plan to keep it off. So lifestyle factors, how much we're moving throughout the day and how much we're eating, that all adds up and it shows in our body composition. And genetics, not so much that we can control it, but we can put together strategies to combat our genetics that for some of us, they want our bodies to store fat. There's so many other things that affect or put us at greater risk of gaining weight, like stress, your sleep patterns. I'm gonna leave it there because this video could get long if we get into all of it, but I just want to keep it short. But of course, if you have any questions, drop me a comment below and let me know if either one of these things or something else you feel like is holding you back from either losing the weight or something else that is keeping you from keeping the weight off. I know right now it's a stressful time for a lot of different reasons, but it's ultimately up to you to make that step to start to get to that goal of losing that body fat, because our health is the number one thing that we have, and it will keep us strong and pushing through everything that is kind of coming our way. So I will leave it there for today. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about this one type of fat that is putting your health in danger. Okay, so this one type of fat that is putting your health in danger, it is a common type of fat, but we don't necessarily look at it in a dangerous way. So we will talk about why losing this unwanted and unhealthy body fat is even important, outside of all of the aesthetics and all of that stuff and having a snatch waist and everything like that. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to be back online around 10 or 11 a.m. tomorrow. So stay tuned in. I hope that, this got you thinking a little bit. If you want to take a couple points from today and just kind of do an audit of your life, whether it is just kind of re-evaluating your family history, your family health history, and just seeing how that can affect you down the line, or even today, if you just take a note of how often you move out throughout the day and just what you're eating throughout the day. Take note and just start paying attention to the things that you're doing on a daily basis, and how if we change it up now, we can try to combat anything that is kind of waiting down the line because of our genetics, right? We can combat it as much as possible. Some things are tougher to combat than others, but with a solid plan, you can get there. I promise. I've been there before. I've been in both cases. I've yo-yo dieted. I've lost weight, gained muscle, lost muscle, all of that stuff. So I'm speaking from one, just being a certified and licensed fitness professional, but also just speaking from a personal place, because I've been on this journey for a while, and it's a lot of things that I just want to help women kind of step back from and just focus on the things, the basics that really matter, because they work time and time again. You don't have to be stressing yourself out about this kind of stuff. So again, just keep those physical activity levels in check. Keep the calorie intake in check, and that doesn't mean like go super low calorie. See, the conversation can go deep really quickly, but check out, just pay attention to what you're doing on a daily basis, and take an audit of what your genetics might be wanting your body to do. It can get complicated. So let me know in the comments, like, if anything kind of stood out to you today from this video. And tomorrow we'll be back 11 a.m. talking about this one type of body fat that is putting your health in danger. Okay? Thank you guys. Thank you, Vanessa, Kiana, Miss Tanya, and Pam. Thank y'all for checking in today. And for anyone that watches the replay, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and if any of these things have affected you or just made things more difficult for your fat loss efforts. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m.